Good morning. Hi. In light of the COVID-19 pandemic, I, like many of you, are self-quarantining. What this means is that I will be working from home. I'll be doing my best to keep in touch with my clients and maintain some sense of normalcy for my children. One thing that's really important for me is to continue my practice of meditation and calming myself. I have 2 small children, and they do not have the language skills that adults and many older children have. What they do have is a direct link to my emotional state. When my emotions run high, so do my children's. So I'm doing my very best to maintain a sense of normalcy, peace, and calm within myself so that then hopefully ripples out to my children. One thing I want to teach you really quickly, if you don't know this already, is the skill of square breathing. Breath brings us back into our bodies, and it's a skill and a talent that is really difficult at times. When I'm feeling stressed, one of the first things that goes for me is my ability to take a deep breath. I'll just be honest with you. So I want to teach you square breathing and see if it is helpful for you. This can be used in any kind of situation. It can be when you're feeling really anxious in a moment. It can also be used as a preventative. If you've ever talked to me for any extended period of time, you've probably heard me talk about how meditation and deep breathing is really more of a long-term practice. It's not something we perfect, right? It's a practice. It's something we just continue to do and practice. What we do when we practice breath work is it's like practicing a sport. And I use this analogy because I was an athlete in high school a long time ago. And what my coach would make us do is we would have to shoot 100 free throws before we could leave the gym. Now, we weren't required to make them. Thank God. I would have never gotten out of the gym. But we had to shoot 100 free throws before we could leave. So, we're shooting, we're practicing, we're doing all these things, right? And, it's on the honor system too. Did you really shoot 100 or did you just kind of shoot like 85 and then walk out? It was on you. So the reason, and I didn't realize this until much later, but the reason my coach would have us shoot 100 free throws was not for that random Tuesday that we were shooting a free throw, right? I mean, it was great practice, and it wasn't necessarily for that particular moment. What it was for was when we were playing a game on a Friday night. It was 8:30 at night. We had 2 minutes left in the game. We were down by 1, and I was at the free throw line. Cheerleaders are behind the goal post. My family is in the stands. My teammates are on the sides of me. I'm like feeling anxious just even putting myself back in that situation. Like I can feel my heart rate kind of rising. It was really a stressful situation. And the reason we shot 100 free throws every day after practice was so that on that stressful, exciting Friday night, in my mind, I could take myself back to that Tuesday. When the windows were open in the gym, there was one of those huge box fans just like blowing this fresh air around. We were all kind of just laughing and joking. There wasn't any pressure or stress. We were just shooting free throws. So So in my mind, I could dribble, dribble, dribble. Take a breath. And remember Tuesday afternoon. Open my eyes, shoot the ball, and make it. Hopefully. I don't remember specific incidences. What I do know is that even just doing that right there, telling that story to you, I felt some anxiety rise. And when I took that one breath, I pretended to dribble and took one breath, and I instantly started calming down. So I share that example with you and that little story with you to invite you to practice this deep breathing exercise with me. Again, it's called square breathing. All right, so I'll do some counting and I'll do some breathing and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, I'll show you how to do it, and then I'll just sort of talk through we'll go through several rounds of it. Okay, all right. So I'll use my hand on the screen like this and to show you what we're going to do. So I like to find something square in the room, a windowsill, a picture, something. And what you do is you breathe into the count of 4, and then you're going to hold it to a count of 4. Breathe out to a count of 4, and hold it to a count of 4. Okay? Ready? So I'll show you, and then I'll talk another round. I'll speak a round, okay? So got it? Okay. So I'm going to do my hand, and I'll do some of the breathing, but I'm going to be talking and counting for you, okay? You ready? Find a comfortable place, wherever that might be. Place your feet on the floor. Focus your eyes on something pleasing. You can also close them if that feels good for you. You ready? Okay. Breathe in to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Now take a moment to honor yourself for just completing a deep breathing exercise. My heart is sending so much love. My mind is sending so much health and peace to you and yours.